Hi everyone, Paul International Scale Modeler. Welcome to another inbox review. So what we got here, we got a Kawasaki Ninja ZX-RR, one of Tamiya's 112 motorbikes. As a lot of you have seen, I've had a bit of a run on bikes I've bought lately. Really enjoying building them. So this will be another inbox review, then a build shown at a few key stages in a couple of at the bench updates. And then we'll come back, we'll reveal at the end, so you get the full Monty. As such, you get the inbox review, just a tour around what's in the box, then I'll talk about the build and we'll come back and see what it looks like all done. So, fantastic looking MotoGP bike. I've got most of the MotoGP bikes now. This is probably one of the most striking schemes out there. Fantastic looking machine. Out of the box, the kit's going to be great. I've seen it built up. We've also got a few aftermarket bits. We've got the Tamiya fork set, we've got the Hobby Design chain set, and we've got a Top Studio detail upset, as well as a Zero Paint mica green, the 2006 lighter colour for it as well. We'll look at those in a little bit when we get through the kit, so we'll dive into the kit and have a look. On the box we have side profile with the fairings on and without. Not much about the kit itself. The kit number is 14109. It was released in 2007. It's depicting, I believe, it's an 0506 MotoGP bike. Great thing to look at, and something I always look on these bike kits, the Cartograph logo. The older Tamiya decals are pretty, or can be pretty dire. The Cartograph really do add to, especially on something like this, which is really decal heavy. The solid green is the only colour you're going to paint on the fairings. The rest of it, the carbon, the swirls, the swishes, etc., is all decal, so there's quite a lot to go on this, as you'll see. On the other side, we've got the 17 bike on the box, we've got the 56, so I think you can do both of those as well, which again, real nice little touch. And that's about all there is. You've got the DP part, which is the detail up parts, which is indicating that you can get the forks for it, which we've got, and obviously the other parts from other companies, so it doesn't matter anyway. So we take the box lid off, we'll have a look inside. You're immediately greeted by this bright green sprue with the fairings on. So we've got 1 sprue, 2 sprue, 3 sprue, typical Tamiya. Grey for the engine parts, green for the coloured or white for the fairings, black for the swing arm, wheels, etc. We've also got the front fairing as well, which is stapled onto the box. Typical bag of tyres, screws, the famous Tamiya screwdriver, poly caps, etc. A couple of nuts as well, so that's great in the box. We have the instructions, the decal call out and the colours, etc. and the absolutely beautiful Cartograph decals for the kit, which we'll get to in a little bit. So I'm going to pop that out the way over there. We'll pop these over there for now. I think we'll deal with the garishly coloured plastic to begin with. So, with it being this colour, I guess you could get away with painting it and just leave it that colour to start with. Decal it up, away you go. As always, the plastic quality is absolutely second to none. These bike kits are absolutely fantastic build. The plastic is absolutely beautiful on them. You can't go wrong. So I really urge anyone who's got any interest at all, come and have a go build one of these kits. They're absolutely superb. They're so well engineered, they fall together, screw together in sections. Even if you're not a bike fan, I'm not a bike fan, I'm too big to ride bikes, but I appreciate what they are. I've always liked MotoGP, and these machines are just awe-inspiring, stupidly quick bikes. And I enjoy the build of them, the actual technical build of the kits, from the engine to suspension components to painting the bodywork. I find it just absolutely enjoyable all the way through. So if you've not tried one, even if you're a bike fan, just come and get one. Just, if it was me, get one that's got Cartograph decals in it. It's usually a newer kit, so it's better engineered, and you get those excellent decals to begin with. But nothing wrong with that. The plastic, we come in close to the close-up cam. You can see just how beautiful that plastic is. You could get away with decaling that, clear coating it, and job done. Slightly the wrong colour, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a little bit too lime greeny, but you could get away with it if you wanted to. As such, we won't. We'll be spraying it fully. So this is spruce C. So we've got the front fairing, side fairings, fuel tank, the rear parts. Basically all the coloured bodywork is on that sprue, and it's faultless. Absolutely superb. There's not much to say in these kits. Unless it's an older kit, you're really not going to be disappointed by it at all. The only thing that annoys me is Tamiya's bloody staples in those bags. But that's by the by. It's not my cam, sorry. So engine parts, so we've got the clear parts, the front screen and the pit lane stand wheels as well. So these are all the engine components, exhaust components, etc. Radiators, the kit fork set, all the way through. And again, beautifully molded. I mean, if you look at it, we go into the close-up, the rocker cover there, the Kawasaki logo on it. Just absolutely beautifully molded. The engine as well. Very nicely done. The way they're made as well, you can't really see any of the seams from any of the important angles at all. So it does make a big difference. And again, as you'd expect from this, there's nothing to complain about. We've got a few of Tamiya's typical, I don't know what you'd call them, but they can be seen through paint. If you look at that casing there, you see the line going through it? That's quite common on Tamiya parts. There's one on the radiator there, you can't feel them. There's one on that component there as well. What I have found is sometimes, obviously you're putting on thin layers of paint, it can show through the paint. So it's something to bear in mind, more so if it's on the body panels. I had them showing through on the Panigale, the Ducati Panigale I did. You could see that, you can still see one of them now, even though I sanded it right back. It's like a weird swirl in the plastic. There's one right through that part. Obviously through part of Tamiya's moulding process, there's no step there, there's nothing there at all. It's obviously just something that's happened during the moulding. And if you can see it, just double check when you prime it that it's not showing through, especially if it's on bodywork, because it can be seen as an indentation. But that, absolutely faultless. Clutch plate's nice. We've got a sensor, MotoGP sensor, I'm assuming that is. All the way through the engine block itself. The pit lane, bike stand, the rad is beautiful. We've got some photo etch for that, I think, anyway. The front forks, the kit forks are nice, just all by themselves. And that's it. So again, another faultless sprue. This is going to be common with these bike kits. They're just absolutely faultless the whole way through. Onto the wheels, the brakes, the swing arm, etc, etc. So moulded in black plastic. Again, flawless. We've got the beautiful Brembo calipers right there. The kit brakes are nice. These are carbon brakes on this, I believe, so there's no grooves or coolant holes in these. The rotors themselves, the handles, the grips, etc, all very nice, right through to the swing arm on the back. Again, you could get away with not painting these because a lot of these parts are black. The seat, there we go, the rear disc is drilled because I don't think the rear disc is carbon or whatever composite it's made of. The chain, not bad at all for a kit chain. It is very well detailed, but we've got that aftermarket set, the first one I'm going to try. And again, no faults, nice wheels, nice depicted valve caps there as well. So again, much of a much, it's going to be the same. This is an older kit, like I say. You're doubtfully going to get any flaws on here at all. And it is just going to be flawless plastic. This is why I love these kits. Obviously, if you're keeping the kit part, you could drill that out. I've done it on all of them and it looks a lot better. We've got the PE set there for it, so we won't need to do it. So again, there we go, another faultless sprue. Got clear parts there. We'll take these out and we'll put them back in. We'll get the staple out as well because I end up scratching the screen otherwise. So on this we've got the wheels for the pit lane stand and a very, very nice front screen as well. Very, very clear, very well moulded, no problems there at all. Fantastic, so that's going to be any problem. The last one I did just literally clicked in place, didn't need gluing at all. So very, very nice touch. You got the front fairing, which again, moulded in that green plastic. And again, look at the shine, absolutely beautiful. If you do paint these though, make sure you give them a good 1/7. Now we do have a bit of a sink mark there. It's right there in the centre. There it is, there, if you can see that. So an ever so slight sink mark, and it's right where that is inside. So let me get my white balance back. So that might need a bit of attention. That'll be a case of priming it, see what you've got. Other than that, again, tiny little bit of seam work on the side. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very nice piece of plastic. I'm going to put that back in there as well. So yeah, you might need to take care of that sink mark. I think it'll be a case of prepare it like everything else. Give it a once over with some primer, have a look, see what you think, and if you still think you can see it, then you have to take care of it. So you would have to fill it, sand it back, etc. So in here we've got a couple of pieces of vinyl tubing, we've got poly caps, a spring, some long threaded set screws, a big long one for the wheels there, there's two of them, there's another one. Now we probably are going to have a different spring. Yeah, we've got a yellow spring in the aftermarket set. The hosing, I bought a load of this generic stuff as well from Top Studio. Got every size out there, but this I'll probably do a lot of it. Some of it may be oversized. It's worth looking at reference pictures to make sure you're not putting too oversized a hose on, but otherwise that shouldn't be a problem. Another little bag of screws, all different sizes and shapes in there, a nut. So again, keep an eye on what's needed. Put these in a little pot. I got one over there, just put it in a little pot like this. Any parts that are needed or spare stay in there, and obviously you can add them to your collection, and if you need spares for your other bikes, you're sorted. A little Tamiya screwdriver, synonymous with Tamiya. I've now got a bigger one, this one, which I use all the time now. I find after quite a few screw turns, the head comes off that, which is terrible. Now the tyres, very, very nice racing slicks. We've got a seam in the middle and he's taken off with a sander or a file. So again, not a lot of work there. There's no maker's marks on them at all, but whether there is on the real bike, I don't know. Now I had read that these feel softer than other bikes, and they actually do. They are very, very pliable, very, very soft. So it is a nice touch. And like I say, get rid of the seam. A little bit of sandpaper or a sanding stick. I like to use an old grey UMP sander on these because to give them a worn look, and away you go. So very, very nice. So no problems there, they can go over there for now. Decals, so like I say, again, Pet 8, stapled on, not sealed. Seal the bags, Tamiya. Get this out without ripping everything. There we go. So beautiful, very, very nice. See down the bottom there, cartograph. It's a big overhead cam for this one. So as you can see, there's a lot of decals, a lot of body decals as well. So like I say, you really need to take care putting these on, because there is quite a lot of them as well. So definite care and time and checking and double checking, etc. But when it's all done up, it's a beautiful looking machine, and these cartograph decals will give you no problem at all. We do have some carbon detail for the actual fairings themselves, a couple of other bits and bobs for the bike itself. I got an aftermarket set of Scale Motorsport decal, carbon decal, and it's great stuff. I used it on a Panigale and it worked absolutely fantastically. But they are absolutely beautiful. Have a look on the close-up cam, you can see them. We'll go through them all. So there's the sponsors, the speedo, the fairing parts, bike name, absolutely stunning. This is what I mean. Look out for the cartograph, because the decals are well worth it. They are absolutely beautiful. They're so uber thin and totally in register. They're absolutely perfect. This thing is going to look fantastic with those things on it. Is the carbon even textured? The carbon's even textured, so very nice. So well done Tamiya for making the move to come to Cartograph. The wheel tyres, we do have manufacturer's decals. Looks like Bridgestone. So yeah, we've got the maker's decals. I'm not going to drag them out because they're just 4 or 5 decals. But yeah, we've got Bridgestone decals. That's a nice touch as well. These are going back in the bag. I just really wish Tamiya would seal the bag to keep any moisture in. Stop using the bloody staples. I know I moan about them a lot because they drive me insane. So that's that. On to instructions. We'll have a quick look through this little lot. So there we go. We've got the decal layout scheme for both bikes. So number 17. Randy the... Oh, I can't even say that word. We'll call him Brandy. Pune. And Shinya Nakano. There you go. So both schemes all fully numbered, so nice and easy to follow. There's quite a few decals on this thing, so it's going to be a lot of care and attention to make sure they go down properly. Being Cartograph is a big bonus, and that will help. So again, yeah, you got quite an epic decal session there, but shouldn't prove too troublesome at all. Like I say, the end result is well and truly worth it. Instructions, typical Tamiya fold out. I prefer the new ones, which are like a booklet. These are a bit of a pain, but goes through all the build, starting from the engine, the swing arm, the wheels, brakes, all the way through rear suspension, the radiator, everything. Typical, clear and concise for Tamiya, as they always are. Certainly some of the market, the industry leaders where instructions are called, because it's just so simple to follow. Even the screws, each screw is shown for the correct size as well, so no problem there at all. On the back, yeah, the print onto the back all the way around, building it together, the airbox, hoses. The hoses, when they're called out, the length given, and that is life size, so you literally put the hose on, cut it to size. One word of warning though, I've noticed they always end up short, so I would double check with either a length of string or add a little bit on. You do get a little bit extra in the kit. I would add at least 5mm on, because I found a couple lately have been short, which is why I bought some of this stuff aftermarket, because I was running out. So like I say, they completely continue onto the back, right the way around. We got information about painting, applying the decals, marking the tyres, and then spare parts, etc. So typical Tamiya decals, nothing to worry about there at all. Absolutely fantastic. So that's the kit. That's everything we've got there. Now we've got some aftermarket I'm going to run through as well. So we've got the Tamiya fork set, which is this. So these range between, depending on the bike, between about £15 and £30 in the UK. I got these from the Far East. You can buy them individually. Some are like £10 posted, up to like £18 posted. If you're under £18, you're under that threshold for the UK import duty, so there's no import charge on them. So as long as you buy them all separately, which is I did, I got about 5 sets. For about 60 quid it would have cost me probably double that easily, so it was worth doing. These are a worthwhile addition, because these anodised forks, the anodised tops for the handlebars, etc., reservoir for the rear suspension, is a very worthy update. So if you can afford it, I would definitely recommend this. If not, stick to the kit parts, because they are very good, but adding this stuff really does add an extra dimension. So we've got Top Studio, a detail upset. So in there we have they are pretty good instructions. They can be a bit vague at times, but the Top Studio are normally good. So you can see all the different aftermarket locations for photo etch, etc, etc. So quite nice and clear, so it shouldn't give you any drama. You need to cross-reference between those and the kit instructions. And in here we have I think that's a damper for something. They've got the reservoir So this is rear suspension. We've got a few other bits and bobs, some rivets. So again, some nice little parts. And I'm not going to open this because I'll end up losing everything everywhere. We've got some resin parts. We've got foot pegs. More little bits and bobs. I'm not sure what they are, but they're in there. They're like dampers of some sort. We've got some black. I'm not sure what that's supposed to depict. But there's black film there of some description. It doesn't actually tell us. Black band. No idea. Shrink tube we've got. Wire, maybe. Don't know, maybe it's just a backing for that, but I thought there'd be a use for it. Give me a second, I'll have a quick look. Nope, can't see a thing. So, no idea what that's for, but it's in there anyway. Like I say, nice resin parts, foot pegs, etc. Transponder for the MotoGP and whatnot, and then on to the photo etch itself. So we've got the rear disc. There's no front disc actually. I guess it's not worth it with the flat carbon brakes. There's no detail to really add. So we've got the rear disc there, as you saw before. So that's all pre-drilled out ready. I'm not going to get it out, so you're going to have to deal with the glare, unfortunately. All different parts for the frame, the rear wheel attachments, etc. What's given the indication of nuts. Onto grills, etc. for the radiator. We've got ball head covers, Jubilee clips, a few bits and bobs, and there's no massive amounts, but this will all add detail to the kit itself, and it adds to the build. I enjoy adding this kind of stuff to the build, so it's well worth it. Probably in aftermarket, probably had about another 60 odd quid's worth to the kit, so you're talking a £100 project easily by the time you had to bite it. Is it worth it? Yeah, I enjoy it. I've just built the the FX, the Yamaha I forget now, FZR 750R, my god, that was a brain fart, and that was built completely out of the box, and whilst it was an enjoyable build, it does get more enjoyable adding all these bits for me. So there we go. So we've got a chain set for this, which is adding another extra dimension. So you can get chain sets which you literally get these links, not this, just the links. You have to build it all yourself. I chickened out of that and I bought this set. I'm not going to open it up, but we've got two sides and then the links as well. So you build them up with the little pins which are in there. Away you go, and then put the other side on and add the links on as well. So I still get a nice detailed looking chain. You're not having an absolute nightmare of adding each individual link and building the entire chain yourself. We've got sprockets, cogs, etc. What else have we got in there? That's about it really. So there's full instructions of that. In there we've got all the separate inner pins, and on the back we have some resin. Assuming they're the bolts for the centre of the sprockets. Yes, they are. So we've got the resin centres for the sprockets. So again, nice little touch. It's going to add to the build. It's going to make it look hopefully a bit more realistic. But again, if you can't afford the parts, the kit parts themselves, painted up properly, do look very good. But for me, I enjoy having the aftermarket. It's part of the fun. For me, last thing we've got is the Zero paints. We've got the mica green. As you can see, very, very striking green. This is a lacquer-based product. So this will look very good when sprayed on. Probably clear coat it in 1K again. I will try after aqua gloss again. Tried it once before, got a good result. This time I want to see what it's like, but I don't want to risk an actual kit. So I need to play around with it a little bit first. But the 1K is great. It's just been eating a few of my decals lately, so maybe I'm putting on a little bit too thick. So maybe we should build it up a lot higher. But these are great paints, colour match for the actual bike. You're getting it as long as you've got the part number or the bike itself. They can be matched. And Steve, drop Steve an email or a message and whatnot, and he can always sort you out. There you go. So that's it. So there's Tamiya's 112 Kawasaki Ninja ZX RR. Looking forward to this. I'm literally going to start it right now, and I'll have some updates on the forum and the Facebook page, and we'll come back with an At The Bench update in a few days or a week or so and see where we're at with it. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys around and I'll see you soon.